Hey, what is going on, truth lovers? And welcome back to the search for the courtroom. So, I did not know what I wanted to record today. It was a tie-up, or a toss-up, I suppose I should say, between this and a bit of Street Fighter Alpha 2 to carry on the old Zangief saga. The eternal struggles. But then, slightly was more up for the fighting side of things. And then when I was just like, right, where did we get to last time? And I was like, we left it at Sagat. Maybe I'll play this instead. But who knows? Maybe a double episode of this, or one, and then maybe the fighting itch will start needing a serious scratch. But enough chatter about other games, let's jump on in. Pair of photos. So, about these two photos. The one we found here on this counter, and the one Gina gave us before. Meow! What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
I thought the mouth looked a little different, but I just assumed they were the same. They're not. So we'll immediately go for the mouth.
Have another look at them now.
Oh man, maybe I was completely wrong.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
Is it the snowman? Could it be? I think so. It's very subtle though. Did we get a zoom in?
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't. This pair of photos
is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Lucky we've got a huge one right next to us. Or the little one, I guess, because the huge one will probably have its own gimmick built in. A stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently?
Oh yes, that's what Mr. Shome showed us yesterday.
Okay, so it is the big one.
You see, there it is, just over there.
Yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
What? Really? Microscope?
Do you know how a pair of flat photos can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful, then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Okay, so Susato's made up her mind. Sure, we just smash through these. How do they work?
Have you ever considered how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Yeah, how the eye works is pretty insane. Well, I just open them, and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
Two eyes? Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away.
The old depth perception, of course.
What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one.
Little science lesson while gaming, gotta love it.
That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
I think I see. So the pair of photos consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you could persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints?
Yes, you're beginning to understand.
And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have the two images, 2 eyes and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can, really? Tell me how to view. Get the gun ready.
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope.
Oh man, do we need a safety save?
Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Dying? Definitely safety saving. Although I don't see the life counter anywhere. Susata really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me and see if you can copy.
Oh yo, that's pretty jokes.
Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready?
Awesome. It's got to show us.
There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
I think the way I used to do it when I was really young was you like point a finger at yourself, sort of at eye height or at nose height, and focusing on the tip of your finger, slowly bring the finger towards you until it touches the tip of your nose. That sort of makes, or at least it sort of felt like you were a bit cross-eyed, but yeah. Same sort of gimmick, I guess. Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try it looking at the prints.
Alright.
Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Oh, my vision.
You should see 2 overlapping images like this.
Take this.
You try it now.
I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Come on.
Did the print split into 2 images for you? Now the next step.
Oh wait, were we meant to actually do it there? I thought it was going to be like MASH or something like that.
Is to put the pair of prints side by side like this and then to try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until... Wow!
Okay, I still don't see a difference.
They form a new single image in the centre. Oh yes! It works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day.
I wouldn't recommend doing that all day. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Yeah, exactly.
Your turn. Pretend you're looking through the 2 pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your...
Yeah. Overlap exactly in the middle. Like this. No.
There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
Okay, so we didn't have to mash or anything.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
Damn, all these girl voices better hydrate.
So, what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then?
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky.
Hey, nice.
Oh, I recognise that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, that's it, the little one. It's still there.
If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here.
And it's open.
Then set the pair of photos in this stand at the back and...
Death. It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Good old machines.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect of your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures, I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learnt a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Yeah, it might potentially come up in court. White cat photo 2. Photograph depicting a sweet little white cat. I feel as though I have another print just like this one. Okay. And this is this. Okay. So the blood is separate. So what, there's blood on both? No, just this one, right?
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I have noticed.
The red smear, you mean?
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wondered if she'd picked up on that. Well, in that case, we'd better use the gun.
Yes, we need Iris.
We should show this to her before we forget. Pawnbroker's ticket for the coat. A redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, Mr. Winderbank. There's what looks like a bloody finger mark on it. But not on this one. Okay. One for the box, one for the jacket. Right, I was wondering, like, why are there two tickets? Present. Yeah.
Oh, that looks like blood.
Damn right it is, honey. Get your gun. I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. Okay. Good detective work so far. That is solid D work, as Gina would say.
Well, don't worry. You can leave the rest to me.
Bang. Okay, we got purple blood. So could that be Gina, maybe? Or who got nicked by the saw? It was that guy in the white overcoat, the strange lad, right? Who tried to cash in. Look at that.
Yes, that's a colour we haven't seen before, isn't it?
Are we gonna get the rainbow?
We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colours correspond to at some point.
Well, we know blue is Winderbank, right? Well, this particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
There's probably no point in saving here. I think I do. Yeah, I've got an idea whose blood it is. Not from the colour it turned, but with a little deduction.
That's right, I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Runo. Who do you think it belongs to?
Alright, I believe that this is the blood of... Shit. I guess it's got to be Magnus. That complete... Oh, the question mark's bad. Yes, after all, this redemption ticket belonged to him.
Oh, you don't think? You mean that during the incident on the omnibus?
Yeah, I expect so. It's a very clear print and no small amount of blood. I don't think he wore gloves. Gina did, right? Yes, I expect so. It's a very clear print and no small amount of blood. So it must have resulted from a fairly serious accident, such as he might have sustained on the omnibus. Yeah, that might be Gina, actually. Oh, you don't see gloves in the ruddy pictures.
Wait, but if I remember rightly, no sign of injury was found on him at all.
Oh. Shit.
We're trying to work out who the blood came from so we can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away.
Oh, it's got to be Mason then, surely. Big Dumb. Yeah, I suppose we can. I'll have to think this through some more. Who do we know that was bleeding at the time? Yeah, that's it. Right, let's correct Big Dumb. Yeah, because that got on Gina's gloves, surely. That's gotta be it. And then the Gilded gave her the ticket straight after the bus, right? Thrice fired Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Well, it was 2 months ago now in that case. And of course I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired though. Just like delicious fries.
The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed that. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Gina bought this ticket here to Winterbanks yesterday. Okay. Good old logic. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time.
So it's a smear of blood from the time that he was killed 2 months ago.
Dried blood, yeah? Nice that her gun works on that.
Something else is coming back to me now. He was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Oh, he was? Okay, cool. So it's not all Gina's fault. No, he wasn't. Look at that. Bleeding from his stomach. Oh, yeah, there we are. And if he was right-handed, he may have held the slip or ticket, whatever you call it, in the right hand. Okay, worrying about the gloves. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that he had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim.
You sound just like Sholmes.
Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yeah, rather than wild fake guesses and then nicking people.
Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well, let's make a note of this.
Okay, the blood on it has been identified as Mr. Mason's. Got him. Different people's blood turns different colours. Boom. Okay, so maybe. Yeah, I suppose the manuscript and the blood may be important. Okay.
Oh, my manuscript. He said he deposited this at Winterbanks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it?
I'm afraid I've no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Or have a quick thumb through it now, just to see if you can pick up a rough gauge of, you know, what it's about. You might get an inkling of who wants it or whatever.
Oh, maybe. It's because he isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines.
Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Okay. Wouldn't have thought that'd do much for her. Try some blood. The way you can identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius.
I know. I am. If Hurley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. And you could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you?
Oh, for sure, even if I didn't intend to. Right, try it, I suppose. No pictures, that's fine. Would you mind if I showed you this? It's just a boring old thing, really, but...
Oh, I don't really like boring things.
Ah, it looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children.
I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit, you should stop it.
I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. Okay. Would you say that even if something's not boring? Like, oh, I'm really sorry to trouble you, check this boring gimmick. And it's like, mate, this is insane, I love it. Why the fuck did you say it's boring? Okay. So what now? Maybe we can talk to the old inspector again. Oh no, we just have to move, not the door! Shit! Come on, come on, come on, come on! No, the full flashback! For one slip up! Be gentle! Capcom, why? That's it. Oh, animations as well. Do not tweeze. See if Gregsy might be able to do something new with him. Hello, Gregsy. Yeah. Right, mate. How about some blood? Could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? Oh yeah, not with the general public. Yeah, no worries. So we've got two new things. You never know. I think we showed him the manuscript and he was like, am I in it? Shit! Tweeze! Quick skip. Thank you, Capcom. Oh, refreshing. Right, let's get out of here. What did we want to do after the scene of the crime? I think they did sort of give us a loose plot layout. Was it back to prison? No, maybe the hospital, actually. Okay, text is promising. Prison it is. 16th of April, cell 13. Unlucky for some. Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there?
Gun?
Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my!
Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
Calm down. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry.
Yeah, she's like 10 as well.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
In the same situation, I'm sure Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
Yes, come along then, come along.
Hospital! Sholmesy! You asleep? This looks new. Okay. Not interactable. Okay, maybe we missed something at the crime scene. Chief Justice wants nothing to do with us. Could try going home for a second. Damn. Upstairs? Could it be? No. So potentially outside. And I think we've looked at all. Right. That's just where we live. I don't think there's any point examining that. That kind of looks to one side. It's already been 2 months that we've been taking lodgings here above the office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. He's very tough.
Yes.
Damn. I guess we missed something inside. Oh, we should examine the stereoscope gimmick. That was like literally what most of the episode been about. No, what? Damn. Wait, new Bobby? This officer's been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Shh, keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must tell Brexy at once.
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over my shift. They really have a tough time, the British police. Just tell us what it is then.
That doesn't stop us investigating though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. How did we not spot that? It's all smashed and covered in blood. Ah, look here.
Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall.
Presumably Mr. Winterbank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Okay.
Well, he likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Sorry?
It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, you know. Isn't that right? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps? In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now. Let's examine this bullet.
What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar.
Aha! This is where I come in.
Oh, right. If the blood changes to be the same colour as the samples from the storeroom, we'll know that it's Winterbank's blood.
Exactly. Here we go then.
It could be Sholmes. Green? Yo, called it. He got green blood. What time are we on? Oh, okay. With that green bloody bombshell, we will leave it there for today, guys. Right. Decisions. Nah, I may just jump in and see what Sagata's got in store for me. Absolute worst case, it will be a small half-hour tops episode with Sagat just beating me down. But that's how you learn in fighting games, right? So, yeah. Let's leave it there for today. Boom, green blood. So I'm going to call it here and say that is Sholmes' blood. But that is a third colour, so one more for the collection, which would be very handy come court time. But guys, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then check some of them out, and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because lawyer feedback is good feedback. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. But the main thing is, as always guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.